What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Alchemy Pay today at the request of Nicola. We're doing this for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. All right, it is the 12th day of May today. Here we are at about 2.96 cents, up a little bit on the day, or are we down a little bit on the day? Up a little bit, yeah, up 3%. Had a little bit of a wick to the upside. A lot of cryptos have this wick to the upside, and they've pulled back, but that's okay. I think there was some bullishness earlier today because the stock market opened up green. The Chinese American trade deal that was made, people are anticipating that to be bullish, and I think it is bullish. I think it does implicate good things for the market in the days and the weeks and the months to come, especially if things continue to de-escalate and get better. But I don't think that it's relative, right? If we think about when the tariffs were escalating, a lot of people in crypto would say, well, it doesn't affect crypto. Tariffs don't affect crypto. Same kind of idea here, right? If there's positive things going in as far as like the aspects of crypto are concerned, it might not matter that much for crypto. I don't know why this thing keeps turning off, man. I need to get a new one. Anyways, if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. We'll just continue on here. 2.96 cents right now, looking like you are ready to break out. I don't know, guys. Anytime you have a flat top like this where you're just shaving it, here resistance, and now you're flirting with it, and now you're living at it, right? Just less resistance as it comes. You're going to break out. Whether it's today, tomorrow, the next day, I don't think it's going to take too much time. I think you are going to break out. You rejected the overbought zone here, and you're down right at the 60, finding support around here. This is a nice area to find support. I don't think you have to go lower. You could. If you want to go to the 50, you could, but maybe at the lowest, you're at 2.96. Maybe you flip that around and go to 2.6 something cents. I don't know. That could happen. From a low to a high, yeah, the 236, 2.66 cents, maybe you do go down there. I'm not saying that you do. Let's figure out if you do, but I'm just saying if you went down from here before breaking out, the world is not lost. You're literally on the precipice. I don't care if it takes a week, man, but you're on the precipice of seeing some fantastic breakout behavior, because in relativity to this flat area of resistance that you've had now, you've been held down by this since March. Right? April, May, here we are 2 months later, consolidating like this. When you break out, you're going to see a bigger move than you've seen in months, literally in months. Probably throughout this whole downtrend, you're going to see the biggest move that you've seen since this last move in January. It's loading. It's coming up really, really soon. It wouldn't surprise me if it happened any day now. There's a lot of cryptos that look like this. You guys are about to get an altcoin bloom over the coming days, over the coming weeks. It's going to be fantastic. Important to keep in mind before we continue on, actually. I want to keep this in mind here. Coins take their turns. Every coin's going to move up, but not every coin's going to move up at the same time. Or they might all move up at the same time, but variations of that, right? Let's say you have 10 coins. Yeah, you have a list of 10 coins. Well, one of those 10 is going to pump 40% tomorrow. The rest of those 10 will all pump up 5% tomorrow. That doesn't mean the one that pumped 40% is going to continue to outperform. It just means that was its turn. The one that was, and maybe one of them is even down. Maybe one of them is even red out of this list of 10. As the days go on, there will be another one that takes the 40%, or as the weeks go on even, there will be another one that has a 40% pump day or 60% pump day. There's going to be multiple that have it. There's going to be some that go down. Everything's going to take their turns, right? And yet at the same time, every single one of those 10 coins are all going to, from a starting point to an ending point, see roughly around the same amount of growth. Now, one of them or two of them are going to outperform. One of them or two of them are going to underperform, but the average coin will likely perform on average overall. I'm just trying to say that don't get bored, right? If you're holding Alchemy Pay, and this is one of your 10 coins, and Alchemy Pay is doing this, but you had another coin that you're holding that's doing this, don't sell your boring coin for the coin that does this, because now this coin's going to consolidate, and while this coin consolidates, this one's going to rip and catch up. You know what I mean? So don't play the game. Just make your bed and lay in it, and don't get shiny object syndrome. Don't get caught or distracted with these coins that pump ahead of you, because you will pump too. You'll have your time, and Alchemy Pay's time is coming. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's continue here. 1 hour time frame. Good volume coming in. Even on the weekend, yeah. I guess it's on Monday, but still. This part was still before the stock market opened, so kind of like the weekend there. Lower lows in the RSI, lower lows in the price too. Looks a bit like a double top, if we're being fair, and the 1 hour RSI actually does look a little bit bearish overall. Lower lows, lower highs. It does look a little bit bearish, so adding to that idea that you could go down to about 2.6 something cents. Maybe you do. But maybe you don't. A lot of cryptos have been doing this thing where they'll move up and they'll move sideways in a sideways phase of consolidation, and then from there they break out and then they see a fantastic amount of growth. So, and I think regardless, down, up, sideways, up, 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 you're going up. No matter what happens, you're going up. But the 1 hour is a little bit precarious, I will say. Let's give some if-thens. High to a low here. If you close a 1 hour below the 236, which is at about 2.89 cents, you're likely going to go lower than this low and see 2.66 or somewhere around there. Here's the deal though. You already did that, and now you're having a bullish reaction off of it. So I'm actually, even though the 1 hour RSI looks bearish, I would have, 3 hours ago, I would have given this exact same if-then statement. If you close below here, then you'll likely go lower. But the fact that you did that already, and you're having a fantastic reaction off of it, and the whole market looks like it's ready to explode, I don't think you go lower. I'm actually more convinced now that you don't go lower than I have been throughout this whole video. I've been pretty convinced that you're going to move up the whole video. I'm very convinced that you're going to move up and break out to the upside, but do you move lower first and then break out, right? That was the consideration. And I have been considering 2.6 cents or at least something below 2.7 cents throughout this whole video, at least most of this video. At this point in time, I'm not considering it anymore, actually. Let me look at the 15-minute time frame. Overbought, not oversold. Yeah, I'm not considering it, man. I don't think you do. I think that was your low. I think you really are getting ready to move up higher, man. 4 hour time frame, we're looking at this bouncing off the 50. You got overbought, you cooled off, you're at the 50. Lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price. Yeah, the 1 hour was a deceitful time frame. This is bullish, guys. Look at this, right? Back to what I was saying originally. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Do you notice a trend? Up, down. What are we doing differently here? Right? We didn't have an up, down. We just had an up, 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 up. We're just consolidating. Very simply, I would expect that different behavior begets different results. So if the results before were breaking down, I'm thinking we're going to break out. We're going to break out to the upside, yeah. By the end of today, maybe. 6 hours, 56 minutes, maybe. If not tomorrow, man. Today's the 12th. I would bet by tomorrow you are above 3 cents again. Above 3.1 cents. You are breaking out of this range and pursuing higher prices. This is going to be a good week for Alchemy Pay. Hell yeah. Good job. ACH gang, you guys are about to rip. You're about to do some really good stuff. I would expect within the next 48 hours, you're at sizably higher prices. What do I mean? 10% or more. 20% or more, 40% or more. Like you really could see, I'm thinking you're going to see some fantastic, and just because you don't in 48 hours see something that's greater than like 20% doesn't mean that move isn't coming overall. You're going to see it come. It's coming this week. It's coming next week. It's coming all over the place, man. From the current price, 2.9 cents, the golden ratio is 20 to 30% higher than you are now, and you're not stopping there. You're probably going to go to the 786 or 886. So I think this is your next stopping point, something between about 4.5 cents to 5.1 cents, which would promote about a 51% to a 70% growth overall from the current price of 2.97 cents. I think that you're moving up to 4.5 to 5.1 cents. If I'm wrong, my assumption would not be that I'm wrong to the downside, but to the upside. Maybe you do run all the way up and interact with this high, up at 5.8 cents. Maybe you do, in one fell swoop, run all the way up to your 1272. It's very uncommon, but hey, man, you've been held down. You're in a grandiose accumulation pattern here. When you're ready to run, you're ready to run, man. There ain't no such thing as a quadruple top. You got 1, 2, 3 here. When you interact with this area again, there's no such thing as a quadruple top. You're breaking through. The statistical probability that you go through this level, if you interact with 5.1 cents or above, the statistical probability that you're going to see prices at 8 cents and beyond over time, like in a very short amount of time, it's inevitable. It's dramatically high. It's like 100%, like genuinely. I would expect that by the end of this endeavor overall, your minimum target area would be about 17 cents, which is about a 5, almost a 6x from here, 17.4 cents to potentially 20 cents, which is about a 6.7x from here. Something in that area seems appropriate. If not there, then higher, right? I don't think you stop at 12.5 cents. Again, same kind of idea here. 17.4 to 20 cents. If I'm wrong, it's not going to be to the downside. It's to the upside. And 27 cents, 28 cents, it's a very likely stopping point right there. 2272, oftentimes you go just above it. So 30 cents, 28 cents, maybe even a little bit higher. At the highest, the absolute most bullish I could see for Alchemy Pay would be something on the lines of about 43 cents. You could see, I mean, you could see 78 to 60 cents. That is the money zone there. I want to wait and see how you interact with this golden ratio before we start talking about these prices. But for now, I'm going to say 43 cents is the highest expectation. That'd be about a 14x from here. Minimum expectation is about a 5.8x from here. So that's a wicked range. And I would think most likely you do see something around 30 cents. So something on the lines of like a 10x from the current price is what's coming your way probably by the end of June, if not early July. Yeah. I got nothing else for you guys. I think this looks really good, you guys. I think you're about to rip. The weekly RSI is primed and ready, man. You've got a very bullish, very, very bullish RSI overall. This is super, super bullish. You're going to get readings in the RSI that are deeper in the overbought zone than you've seen since a year ago, over a year ago. You're going to have some fantastic behavior, and I truly do expect that what's going to happen between now and the end of June, if not early July, is going to be larger than anything you've seen in your whole life. It's going to be larger. I mean, at least maybe not your whole life. Let's see. Hold on. Because I don't have your all-time history chart here. Okay, not larger than anything you've seen in your whole life, but larger than anything we've seen in your recent history since 2023. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Shout out to Nicola for the request. It's been a while since I've talked about Alchemy Pay. It's not because I don't like it. It's not because I've lost faith in it. If I don't talk about a coin for a while, it could be because I've lost faith in it, but I'll normally make a video telling you guys that, or I'll mention that here or there. If I haven't talked about it in like a week or two, it's just because it's being boring. In all fairness, though, I probably should have talked about you like 2 days ago because you're being exciting. What you're doing right now is really exciting, and it wouldn't surprise me if within the next 24 to 48 hours, maybe even less than 24 hours, you're breaking ground above 3.1 cents, and you really are making those strides higher to that 4.5 cent, 5 cent area, maybe even above 5 cents over the coming days, over the coming weeks. Yeah, and then by the end of the month of May, who knows, man, you might be all the way up at 8 cents. Or 7 cents or anything, somewhere in that area there. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. End of June is whenever the real exciting stuff will come to fruition. All right, bye-bye.